Good morning, friends. This is the first chapter, and the first chapter is basic concepts. So, what is the basic concept? The first question. Mr. Bhargava, a leading advocate on corporate law, decided to reduce his practice and to accept briefs only for paying his taxes and making charities with the fees received on such briefs. In a particular case, he agreed to appear to defend one company in the Supreme Court on the condition that he would be provided with 5 lakhs for a public charitable trust that he would create. He defended the company and was paid the sum by the company. He created a trust of that sum by executing a trust deed. Decide whether the amount received by Mr. Bhargava is accessible in his hands as income from profession. So first, Mr. Bhargava is a advocate. So he is going to defend the company. So the company is going to pay him fees, and the fees whatever fees he is receiving, he is going to use it for setting up a trust. And he is going to create a trust deed also for that trust. So then what is the whether the amount received by Mr. Bhargava is accessible in his hands as income from profession. So let us go through this one by one. So Mr. B is an advocate and the company is paying him fee of rupees 5 lakh. Yes. So who is going to create the trust? That is the next question. So who is the creator of the trust, whether the company or Mr. B? Mr. B is only the creator of the trust. So he is only creating the trust. So who is creating the trust? Mr. B is creating the trust. Bhargava is creating the trust. And is whether the company is insisting on creating the trust? No. He himself is creating the trust on his own will. On his own will, he is creating the trust. There is no compulsion from company to create any trust. He is creating on his own will only. Whether the amount paid is rupees 5 lakh. So the 5 lakh is after, instead of using it for his own professional activities, he is channelizing that income to the trust. So he is channelizing the 5 lakh rupees for the trust. So the trust is also having a valid trust deed. So no problem at all. So the 5 lakh, instead of getting as money and plowing back to business, he is just receiving the money in his professional capacity only. So in his professional capacity only, he is receiving that 5 lakh rupees, and instead of channelizing it back to the professional activity, he is reducing the professional activities and going to do charitable activities. Therefore, whatever professional fees he has got for as a capacity of an advocate, he is channelizing it to trust. So, the first important point is the Mr. Bhargava, he himself is creating the trust on his own will. The company is not giving any pressure to create that trust. So there is a valid trust deed, and whether the agreement, whether it is whether the amount is going to be channelized to the trust, whether it is put in the form of any agreement between the company and the Mr. B advocate, not given. So it is not told about whether there is any agreement in writing or not. So not at all given, and let us take that it is no. So it is not at all given in the form of any written agreement that the amount is channelized for trust. So there is no agreement between Mr. B and the company whether there is a regarding the agreement of channelizing the 5 lakh rupees for trust. But he is doing so after receiving it. So here, the company is not insisting on creation of trust. Only Mr. Bhargava is keeping it, and therefore, in the instant case, the trust was created by Mr. Bhargava himself out of his professional income. So there is the company is not giving him any pressure to create the trust. The client did not create the trust. The client did not impose any obligation in the nature of a trust binding on Mr. Bhargava. Did the company give any pressure to Bhargava to create a trust? No. This is created by Bhargava himself out of his own will. Thus, there is no diversion of the money to the trust before it became professional income. This case is one of application of professional income. Why? The professional income is only after being received, it is going to a charitable trust. So, there is no insisting upon the company, and there is no agreement between Mr. Bhargava and the company, and it is not given in written terms regarding the amount going to charitable trust. There is nothing, no arrangement or agreement like that. So it is only application of professional income after being received. So it is not diversion of income by overriding title. Therefore, the amount received by Mr. Bhargava is chargeable to tax under the heads profit and gains of business or profession. So So it is created by Bhargava himself. There is no pressure from company, and the company is not insisting the creation of trust. So only after it is only the application of professional income, and it is not diversion of income by overriding title. Therefore, it is chargeable to tax under the head profits and gains of business or profession. So there is the amount received is chargeable to tax under the head profits and gains of business or profession. Why? It is in the nature of professional income only, and there is no it is not diversion of income by overriding title. Second, Mr. Messrs. XYZ Limited took over the running business of a sole proprietor by a sale deed. So this is the second case, and in the second case, it is called XYZ Limited. XYZ Limited is the name of the company. So what is the company doing? The company is taking over running business by a sale deed. So there is a valid sale deed? Yes. Sale deed is available? Yes. And it is taking over a running business only. So it is going. It is taking over a going concern only. Now, as per the sale deed, XYZ undertook to pay overriding charges of 15,000 per annum to the wife, to the sole proprietor, in addition to sale consideration. So sale consideration plus overriding charges is there. So what is the amount being paid? 15,000. So 15,000 is being paid as the overriding charges, and it is documented. Very important. It is documented in the deed itself. So as per the sale deed, the XYZ undertook to pay overriding charges of 15,000 per annum to the wife of the sole proprietor in addition to the sale consideration. So it has been put it in the sale deed itself. The sale deed also specifically mentioned that the amount was charged on the net profits of XYZ Limited, who had accepted the obligation as a condition of purchase of the going concern. Is the payment of overriding charges to the wife of the sole proprietor in the nature of diversion of income or application of income discussed? So we have to find out whether it is diversion of income or application of income. First, XYZ is taking over another concern? Yes. It is a going concern? Yes. There is a proper sale deed? Yes. So in the sale deed itself, the overriding charges is being given, and the method of calculating and the amount to be charged is also clearly specified in the sale deed. Yes. So it is accepted by the other party. Yes. So everything is picture perfect. So what happens? Whether the payment is, whether it is a diversion of income or application of income, it is a diversion of income. Why? Because at the initial point itself, the income is getting separated as overriding charges. It has been documented in the sale deed itself. Sale deed is also giving the amount that is to be charged on the net profits. So everything is clear. So at the time of income creation itself, the diversion has happening. Diversion is happening at the initial point itself. So it is not application of income, it is only diversion, because at the initial point itself it is being clearly told. This issue came up for consideration before Allahabad High Court in JIT and PAL X-Rays Limited. The Allahabad High Court observed that the overriding charge which had been created in favor of the wife of the sole proprietor was an integral part of the sale deed by which the going concern was transferred to the assessee. So the court observed that it has been in favor of the wife of the sole proprietor was an integral part of the sale deed. So they are keeping it as a clause in the sale deed itself. So it is an integral part of the sale deed. The obligation therefore was attached to the very source of income. So if it has been documented in the source of income itself, it has been clearly documented. In the first case, in the case of Mr. Bhargava, as I had already told, is there any proper agreement between Mr. B and the company regarding the amount to be paid for charitable trust? No. In the first case, it was not there. But in the second case, it is there. There is a sale deed, and the sale deed is giving all these particulars. Therefore, it is attached to the very source of income, that is going concern transferred to the assessee by the sale deed. The sale deed also specifically mentioned that the amount is charged on the net profits of the assessee, and the assessee company had accepted it. So it is a diversion of income by an overriding charge and not mere application of income. So while it is clearly specified, all the conditions are given, conditions are accepted, conditions are put in black and white, therefore it is being a diversion of income only, it is not application of income. Next, MKG Agency is a partnership firm consisting of father and 3 major sons. The partnership deed provided that after the death of father, the business shall be continued by the son, subject to the condition that the firm shall pay 20% of the profit to the mother. So this is next case. So what is this case? It is talking about a firm. So firm is run by father and the sons. So it is a firm consisting of father and three major sons. So it is consisting of father and the sons. Now, the partnership deed provided that after the death of father, the business shall be continued by the son, subject to the condition that the firm shall pay 20% of profits to mother. So what is it happening? The partnership deed is clearly providing after the death of the father. So after the death of the father, who is going to continue the business? The business is going to be continued by the sons only, but there is profits also should be shared with the mother. So this is the condition. So business will be continued subject to the condition that the firm shall pay 20% of the profit to the mother. So this is already given. Is it given in writing? Yes. It is given in writing itself. Where it is given? In the partnership deed. So if you see, the partnership deed itself is having it in writing. So what is it having? The business shall be continued in the event of the death of the father, but the firm shall pay 20% of profit to mother. And the partnership deed is providing that. Very important. Partnership deed is providing that, and it has been documented clearly. Now father is dying in March. In the previous year, the reconstituted firm paid 1 lakh. Equivalent to 20% of profit to the mother and claim the amount as a deduction from its income. So is it application of income or diversion of income at the source? That is a question. Examine the correctness of the claim of the firm. So what is that? The issue raised in the problem is based on the concept of diversion of income by overriding title. So the question is whether it is application of income or the diversion of income. The amount paid to the mother, whether it is application of income or diversion of income is the question. So, in the instant case, the amount of 1 lakh being 20% is paid to the mother, and it is as per the partnership deed. Yes. So, partnership deed is the source deed. At the source itself, it is clearly being specified. It is clearly being put in writing. It is clearly been agreed by everybody. Yes, it is similar to the previous question. It has been put in writing. There is a valid deed. The valid deed is providing the method of the amount of amount which has to be paid to the mother. It has been accepted by everyone. Therefore, it is diverted at source. Why? The amount 1 lakh being 20% of the profit of the firm paid to the mother gets diverted at source itself. Why is it happening? It is getting diverted at source. Why? The partnership deed is already registered. It is accepted by everyone. So at the creation itself, it has been told. So whatever may be the amount, that is the particular calculation. So it is diverted at source itself by the charge created in your favor as per terms of partnership deed. Such income does not reach the assessee firm. So why is that? At the initial source itself, it is going to the mother only. Rather, such income stands diverted to the other person, as such person has a better title on such income than the title of the assessee. The firm might have received the said amount, but it is so far and on behalf of the mother who possesses the overriding title. Therefore, the amount paid to the mother should be excluded from the income of the firm. So it has been confirmed in a particular case law. That is Nariman and Barucha and Sons. It has been confirmed. So this is the it is diverted at the source itself. So it is a diversion at the source itself. It is not application of income. So it is only diversion. It is created diverted from the source itself.